class of 2025. Welcome to Nathan, Hale. We're your mentors and we're here to show you around and answer some of your questions. Okay, so here in front of the Commons is where your bus will pick you up and drop you off. And then if you follow me over here, this is the drop-off and pick-up lane for if you're coming with a parent or guardian, so yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to go over what you should bring to school. The standard for every class is bringing a notebook and a folder or a binder. If you're taking an AP class, I would suggest a binder because it's easier to organize. Then we also have a planner, which is important if you're taking a lot of extracurriculars and so you can organize your thoughts and make sure you know all of your assignments and when they're due. Of course, you'll need pencils, pens, and highlighters for taking notes in class and completing assignments. And then we have a calculator for your math class. And then next year, you'll probably be issued a school Chromebook if you don't have a laptop. So you'll have all of these materials with you when you come in freshman year.
So this is the Commons. We're going to come in when you get dropped off by the bus or you get dropped off by your parent. You'll find students hanging out here in the morning and just communicating with their friends and getting ready for the day.
Alright, so everyone in this video, including us, are mentors. We're a group of upperclassmen that are going to present lessons to you every week in homeroom, life, school, what have you. We're just here to be a friendly face in the school, someone you can trust and, get to know the upperclassmen. So a lot of you have asked, is high school worse than middle school? And I could say absolutely not. I would say it's much better than middle school. You're given a lot of autonomy and you get to meet some amazing teachers and friends. And I'm sure Katie can say the same.
Yeah, it's a great experience. You'll meet people here you'll never forget, and you'll have experiences here you'll never forget.
So for the class of 2025, you'll need 24 credits in total. So that'll be 4 English, 3 math, 3 social studies, and that'll be including a government class, which you'll have to take the civics exam, 1.5 gym, a half credit of health, and half a credit of personal finance, and 8.5 electives. So you'll also be able to take a study hall, a full year study hall, every year. So if you do not pass a class, you'll either have to do a online alternative or come in for summer school. So some of you guys also asked what a GPA is. So your GPA stands for a grade point average and is really a way of converting your grades into a single number. If it's on a scale from 0 to 4 as well, and it carries on as well. You can go over 4.0 if you have all A pluses and throughout the whole entire high school year.
At the beginning of the year, every student is issued a locker and a lock, and it is a great place for keeping your stuff such as textbooks, notebooks, just all your stuff really. It is school property, so make sure you take care of it, and that means the school does have the power to search it whenever they need to.
Okay, so some of you have asked if people get lost at Hale, and for the first couple of days you might get lost, it happens. So here's just some pointers that have helped me out. So if the room number begins with a 1, it's going to be on the first floor. If it begins with a 2, it's going to be on the second floor. If the room number's last 2 digits are even, it's going to be on the outside wall. If they're odd, they're going to be on the inside wall. And so if this helps, there's 2 levels to Hale, and they're both kind of shaped like 8s, and they're right on top of each other. And the cafeteria and the commons are on opposite sides of each other on the first floor. Hey Patrick, when should you talk to your counselor?
Counselors are there to help you with scheduling, planning, or any schoolwork at all. Just remember, there are hundreds of kids, so your counselor may not be able to see you right away. You can see your counselor by filling out a counselor request form at the Student Support Services office, or you can send them an email if your request is simple.
Your school counselor are assigned to you by last name. You can go to your school counselor for a variety of different reasons, including personal and academic concerns. Your Student Support Services has a lot of resources for personal problems. You can also go and get links to different resources that'll help you get through your life. So you also asked about what if you need to drop a class. This is another reason to talk to your counselor. If you are in need of dropping a class, you should always contact them first, and you should also think about this because this is a very big decision. When dropping a class, you should think about this at the beginning of the semester so you don't fall behind on your credits. And also, they might tell you to stick it through just to see if you can get better at it. Because once you get into high school, you won't be good at everything right away.
So our school has 3 lunches. We have an early, a middle, and a late lunch. There are microwaves over here. You need to heat up soup or anything that needs to be warmed. And our hot lunch line wraps around here, go down by the lunch ladies. Although we would recommend the first week of school probably bring a cold lunch because the lines are going to be very long. And lunch here is unlike the movie facilities, there's no real areas where the jocks sit or the nerds sit. However, there is kind of an unofficial rule that this back corner over there by the windows is really mainly for the seniors where they sit. It's not a real rule, but seniors just kind of know when you're a senior, that's where you get to sit.
Alrighty, and there's a question that you guys have for us, which is our seniors meeting, which is not true at all. But you really don't have that much time to interact with seniors unless you're in a sport or such like that, because we have your classes won't correspond with ours, but we're here to help you and talk to you, and there's nothing, like there's no type of social status or something like that to talk to a senior.
So something that a lot of you guys are probably wondering about is whether or not you can have phones in high school. And the baseline rule is never be on your phone during instruction or teacher activities. Some teachers will let you pull out your phone during free time. Others will just have a rule where you can't have your phone out during class at all. Just make sure you're never on your phone while the teacher is talking, because that's just disrespectful.
Okay, so some of you guys have asked, are teachers mean? And I can say definitely not. We've had some amazing teachers at Hale, and I can honestly say some of the teachers who seem the scariest in class are like the nicest people outside of class if you approach them individually.
So teachers are really great when you need help. They will help you, you just need to ask. So most teachers will ask you to email them or talk to them before or after class, but if you need help, please ask for it. It's so important. It'll help you do a lot better in all your classes.
We had a lot of questions about whether homework was going to be too much, and honestly I can say your freshman year, your teachers are going to understand you come from middle school. They're not going to overwhelm you with homework, and it's going to be manageable. There's kind of a rumor or a belief that your freshman year grades don't really matter, and this just isn't true. Your GPA for your whole high school experience, it's going to be cumulative of all 4 years, so your freshman year grades do matter. But there are a ton of student resources that you can access whenever you need. Over here.
So here at Hale we have numerous Chromebook carts. We use them for student technology. During COVID for virtual learning, if you don't have a computer, the school will give you one Chromebook to use. It's still school property, so it's not your property, so remember to take care of it. As freshmen, you do need to take a gym. It is a prerequisite for every other gym that you will take throughout your whole entire high school career. Another question that you guys asked is, do I need to take swim? Yes, you do need to take swim. It is part of your freshman class, and from then on, it'll be a part of other classes depending on which class you take.
Dances are a really big thing in our school, and with the exception of prom, anybody's able to go to them. Homecoming is usually our biggest dance because usually everybody goes to it. The senior council decorates the gym, makes it look all nice. They get to pick the themes. Past years have been Jurassic Park, James Bond, and Hollywood premiere. Leading up to dances, we always have a spirit week and a pep assembly. Spirit weeks consist of class color days or dressing up with themes, and this is our Hale spirit.
Spirits!
So a lot of you guys have been asking who can take extracurriculars. The answer is really simple. Anyone can take an extracurricular as long as your grades are good, because school does come first.
So now we're going to talk about some of your extracurricular activities. So I'm going to start with some of the indoor ones, which is FCCLA is the one I participated in my freshman and sophomore year, which is the Family Career Community Leaders of America. So that group is basically just helping you guys learn to talk to people and communicate and do presentations. Actually went to state, which was really fun. Got to hang out with people and get to know people, which is great. Then we have BSU, which is the Black Student Union. And we have AAFI, which is the African American Female Initiative. And we have the male part as well. So those are just some of the indoor activities.
All right, hi guys. So this is a room you can be in for the Rotary Interact Club. We're a group of volunteers. We do things like decorating Candy Cane Lane or like running water stations at 5Ks. And right now we are hanging up posters around the school that are thanking teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week, which is the first week of May. And I'm here with one of the advisors. There she is, Miss Kuenzi. And she can probably talk a little bit about what we're doing with that.
Not only do we support our community within school, but we also support it in the larger society. These are flowers that we made, homemade paper flowers, to be handed out to community members in support of May Day and just to spread some cheer. So yes to Rotary, because we rock.
Yes, absolutely.
So Kaden, what is football about at Hale?
So football is a sport that we play in the fall. We have a new head coach. His name is Scott Flood. One of the advantages to playing a sport in the fall is you get to meet a lot of new people before you get to school. A lot of sports are like that. It's pretty cool. We won our last game 48-14 against Cudahy. It was a really good win. We worked together really well as a team and hope to do just as good in the future.
The swim team is also a fall sport. It is a great sense of family because it is a smaller team. There's a lot of great people, and I've made a lot of my friends on the swim team. It's great for if you're a beginner or really advanced. They teach you how to swim like a pro.
Our cross-country team these past few years have made huge transitions from being one of the underdogs in the area to being one of the highest competitive teams. These past 3 years we've gone to state every single year with nearly a decade-long absence before that. One of our runners this year actually won cross-country state, the fastest high school runner in the entire state of Wisconsin. Our team is highly centered around being a close group of friends and having a good culture.
The Science Olympiad team competes in science-related events such as astronomy, ornithology, and chemistry lab. I highly recommend it if you have an affinity for science. The theater program performs shows with both Hale and Central. They often perform 2 musicals and 1 play a season. We perform shows such as Little Shop of Horrors, Tuck Everlasting, and Cinderella, among many others. It's an excellent team-building experience, and I recommend that you join it.
And of course, the extracurriculars that we listed today aren't the only ones that are here at Hale. Make sure that when you come to high school, you really should be getting involved. It's a great way to make lasting friends, build a support system between teachers and school, and find like-minded people who are interested in the same things as you. And it looks good on college applications.